Hey guys! If you watched my video with tips on how to start a plant-based diet, then you would have seen that one of my tips was to plan your meals. So today I'm going to talk about meal planning and show you what that looks like for me and how that works for my family. I'm also going to give you kind of a step-by-step of how I plan my meals, or our meals for my family. The first step is to figure out how many meals you actually need to plan. So I'm fortunate in this area because this works out to 3 dinners that I actually have to plan for, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Wednesday we go to a Bible study and we eat there at our church before Bible study. So I don't have to plan a meal for Wednesday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I work at night. So Derek takes care of dinner for him and Levi. And I don't plan our breakfasts and lunches because Derek takes care of his own lunches for work. He usually takes the same thing every day. I usually will eat leftovers that we have from dinner or whatever we have hanging around, just kind of scrape something together. And the same for Levi. However, I do plan one breakfast for us a week, and that's usually on Saturday or Sunday. It's like more of a home-cooked kind of breakfast, like pancakes or French toast or something like that, that we can have as a family together. So the first thing, like I said, is to figure out how many meals you need to plan. If you want to plan breakfasts and lunches, you can. Don't feel like I'm telling you you can't, but I just find that it's easier for us to only plan dinners. And you might have to plan 7 dinners for the week. There's nothing wrong with that. The second thing that I do, number 2, I check my fridge for things that need to be used up. This could be, it's usually produce that's going to end up going bad or not getting used if I don't work it into a recipe. So I check for that. I also check for things like vegetable stock that has been opened, but there's still some left. So I try to find recipes that use that, or also leftovers from the end of the week before. Simple things like cooked rice or pasta or roasted vegetables, things that aren't too overly seasoned. So I check, kind of take an inventory of my fridge, see where we're at, what kind of stuff I'm working with. And I do all of this stuff on Sunday night after I get home from work. If you watched what was my other one? I think I mentioned it before in one of my grocery ones. I do my grocery list and my meal planning Sunday night. I end up going grocery shopping Mondays or Tuesdays. So it's important to do this usually like the day or two before you usually do your grocery shopping. Number 3, I check all of the sales flyers for the stores that I shop at. I usually check for produce items that are on sale. I'm all about saving money and eating healthy, so I check for stuff that we use. I look for things like broccoli or cauliflower, green beans, stuff that we don't always have on hand, stuff that I grab specifically for dinners. So when it goes on sale, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll make something with that this week. So I just use it for some inspiration, for some ideas on dishes. So flip through your sales flyer, see what's on sale, if there's anything that kind of makes something light up in your head. Number 4, this is the fun part, is actually finding recipes. For me, it looks like this. I take a bunch of cookbooks and I flip through and find something that has some of the stuff that I had to use up. So I find something, oh, this has a bunch of stuff that I just had in my fridge, or a bunch of stuff that's on sale this week. Yeah, that's what I'm going to make for one of my meals. And then I take my little meal planner that I have here. If you don't have something like this, you can use a piece of paper. This just has like a little chart to fill out, and I write down that one on whatever day it is that I want to make it. And then I will look at the ingredients that are in that one dish and try to find overlap for like anything else in other dishes, if that makes sense. So I try to utilize kind of the same ingredients in multiple dishes, and the best way to do this is to vary the cuisine, so that you don't feel like you're eating the same thing over and over again, but it just helps to reduce food waste. I hope that made sense to you. If it doesn't, leave a comment. I'll try to break it down further. The other thing that you want to consider when you're deciding what days you're going to cook what is to look at the prep time and the cook time and compare it with your schedule and what your schedule looks like. Obviously, if you have some crazy busy day and you're not going to get home till late, you don't want something that's going to take you 2 hours to cook. You want to try and find something that's in the like 20-minute, 30-minute range tops. So take that into consideration when you're finding recipes. Alright, sorry, I'm just glancing at my notes, making sure that I didn't skip anything for you guys. Number 5, my tip for you is to try at least one new recipe a week. That's what we do, where I cook like 3 dinners. It's usually one new thing a week. If you're cooking 5, 6, 7 dinners for your family, I would probably up it to 2 new things a week. And the reason for that is that you're going to expand your palate, you're going to get to try new things, you might find new favorites that you never would have even thought to try before, and also just keeps things interesting. Of course, like, you might want to eat your favorite food over and over and over again, but I know I've done that before and eventually end up hating it and like never wanting to eat it again. So by trying 1 or 2 new meals a week, you're going to keep yourself from getting into like a food rut. So it's going to just keep things interesting, keep everything exciting for you. And a tip that goes along with that is to keep some easy stuff on hand, such as like pasta and marinara sauce, some of the parboiled rice that, you know, cooks in like 5 or 10 minutes or whatever it is, soups, stuff like that, just in case one of your recipes that you make ends up being completely inedible or you absolutely hate it. That way you have something that you can just throw together really quick in place of it. It's happened to us a couple of times before, so I just wanted to share that advice with you from personal experience. Always have something that you can make quick. And if you don't have any of that stuff, peanut butter and jelly works every time. Then the very last step in meal planning, and probably one of the most important, is to read through all of the recipes and all of the ingredients for the recipe, and then you're going to go ahead and make a shopping list of all of the ingredients. Make sure, like, if you don't have it in your cabinets or in your fridge already, write it down so you can make sure that you grab it at the store, because it's the worst when you're cooking, you're halfway through, you're at like this vital step, and find out that you don't have one of the main ingredients that you needed. Trust me, I again know from experience. So this awesome meal planner that I have actually has a grocery list on this side that Levi decided to color on. In case you're wondering why this isn't really filled out for this week, my husband's away this week, so me and Levi are kind of winging it because it's just me and a 2-year-old. Like, I'm gonna cook one big dinner tonight, and we're just gonna eat that for the rest of the week because we don't need that much, just the 2 of us. So I hope that this has helped you. Again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, because I would be more than happy to help you clear anything up, or even just help you with your own meal plan. I also wanted to mention that I do have an Instagram set up that is, I guess it's not technically connected to, but it's for this plant life section of Life with the Lords. You can find it at molly.lord, and it's just mostly pictures of food, sometimes funny pictures of Levi that involve food, but it's a great place. You can get a couple of recipe ideas, or, you know, just a little food inspiration, and anything that I share on there, photos of food. If you want to know how to make it, reach out and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to share with you. So go check that out, molly.lord on Instagram. You can follow me on there, and don't forget to subscribe here on our YouTube channel so you can keep up to date with all of our videos. And make sure you check back later this week. I'm going to be doing another video. It's going to be what is in my plant-based fridge. So check back in a couple of days for that. And until then, I will see you guys later.